Welcome back, guys, to another unique review. Today, we're going to review something, a little special. Um, this just got released. We are going to take a look at the Home Depot 2025 Halloween lineup, slash kind of a little bit of Christmas, I think. So let's take a look at it and see what we got going for us today. And a huge thank you to LMJ Halloween for giving us this exclusive video that they shot during the Halloween Home Depot manager meeting. Thank you again, and they'll be in the description. I'll put all their info in the description. So yeah, thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. Now let's get started here. Let's see. We got. I think the first up is this guy right here. I do not know if you can see it, but the snowman. The snowman is. I think it's pretty cool. So let's see what it does here. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. Okay. So let's see.
Born from a dark blizzard, I now carry that storm wherever I go. Once the snow falls, there's no escape. You will be buried in the cold, icy earth with the others, and winter will last forever!
Okay, that one was pretty cool. Let's go back so we can see him. I think this guy has a lot going on for a lot going good for him. I love this guy. I love the sculpt of the head. I love the outfit he's wearing. His proportions are pretty cool. He's very cool. I would love to pick this one up, even just for the looks. As I'll probably say that with quite a few of these in this video, but this one is one that I personally would really use for like Christmas or Halloween. I just like it more for his design. I think he just looks really great. The only thing I wish, for me, I think what he wish he could do is his mouth would just move a little, like a little bit of movement. But he's still great. I think he's still great. Amazing. So yeah. So let's see what's next. Where we at? We were right there, I believe.
I sense the presence of unsuspecting souls.
Again, it's I'll let it keep because I got to keep showing for a little bit. I think this one's a little basic. I'm not a big fan of this right here. This head, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of one they did a while back, like the man-eater plant. That's what it kind of reminds me of, but it's not bad. I think it could be better, but I mean, it's. Let me tell you, it's great for if you're having like a harvest theme. I think he would fit pretty good in there. It's just, I don't know. It just seems a little. It's all right. It's not my favorite. He's not my favorite at all. Yeah, but this is pretty cool. I like this staff. The staff's pretty nice. I do like that staff. So yeah, there's not really. That's all he really does. What's next? Then next is this guy. Yeah, this guy. Okay, now this guy he's pretty cool. I think he's not bad. Again, what I use it, I don't have no need for him in my display or what I want to use him for. I just don't know where he would go. But he's not bad. I think this guy has a lot of potential. I think he could have done more. I think he's not bad. I think he kind of reminds me. I think it was what Carnival Carl, whatever his name was from last year. I don't remember that big clown's name that much, but he kind of reminds me of that in a way. So I think I forgot to say the prices of what I think they're going to be. Right here in this corner of the snowman, I think the snowman might be $199. I think it possibly could be $199. Maybe almost $249 maybe, but I think $199 is good. Where was the other guy? This guy, I think could be literally like $149, maybe $199, but I think it's really worth more $149. But he might still be $200. I don't know. And this big guy here, the big old, this big dude, I think he could be, because since Carnival Carl was $199, this guy could probably easily be the same price, around that same price of $199. Maybe might be a little more, I do not know, but it's the same. It reminds me, like this, the way he's holding this, and everything is like the same way Carnival Carl was, and the way I think he sways side to side, I believe. Let's see. I don't remember this look. Yeah, because Carnival Carl would do that hand motion. I can't tell if he's moving back and forth. Yeah, so it's like the same thing as Carnival Carl. So yeah, he's gonna be about $199. I guarantee it. But he's not bad. He's all right. Something I wouldn't personally get, but you never know. Maybe if it's on sale, I might get it. I don't know, but he's cool. He's not bad. I think he's pretty neat. Okay, let's look at the next ones.
Behold, a wanderer lost in the mist. What brings thee hither? Dost thou care to aid in our dog craft? It appears thou carry the ingredients we lack. Indeed, sister, and I, fingernails, and a fresh, quivering tongue. What a most fortunate coincidence for us.
Yeah, these to me, they're not bad. I think they could be better, but their faces, I don't know. I don't personally like this one. I know some people probably do because they see the detail. I know there's more detail in their face compared to some other witches we've seen, but they had, I think, also more potential. They're just seem frozen while they're speaking, and I don't like animatronics that are very frozen like this that shouldn't be. I mean, they can have so much more expression. I think servos in their heads would have been amazing to see. That would be cool. Dual servo heads. That would be something to see. I don't really like when human characters have lights in their eyes. It just to me loses the realness of what it actually is. I think this one could have way more potential. I'm not a big fan of it. Just another witch prop that's just like, eh. To me, in my opinion, my favorite witch so far that Home Depot's made is Lethal Lily. I think that's one of my favorite ones. But yeah, this is just look at this. What is, see that mouth movement? How still and subtle that is for what they're saying. It just doesn't make sense. This hand movement's kind of cool with the pot. But anyway, before we go to this guy, these I think will be, since it's dual, I want to say it might be 200, but I think this is, to me, is more worth 149 at most. I wouldn't pay more than, if I really was wanting to get this, I wouldn't pay more than 149. But I think 149 is fair. I'm saying that's where it's going to be. I'll just say that. I think that's where it's going to stick. On to this next one. This one I kind of like, so I think it's kind of cool. So let's see this next one. Now, hold on. This one right here, I know that they did it very quick. This one I really liked a lot. Hold on. This right here is going to be a 15-foot, from what it looks like, just a stand, just like a static prop. I like the design of this. I think this one's really cool. It's like the 15-foot Phantom, but in a Scarecrow version. I think I can kind of see, I don't know, to me, it seems like in this face right here, it looks a little bit like the Phantom. Just a little bit, to me. I mean, I could be wrong. But I think this is really cool. Is there a lot of pieces that I think they took off of other things? Yeah, this middle part is kind of reminds me of the Inferno, I think is the Inferno pumpkin or whatever, or even the Deadwood, the other two 12-footers are that pumpkin theme one. That's what this body kind of reminds me of. And then from right here, from the waist down, they added a new thing where it's his legs are intertwined. I think it's pretty cool. Again, I wish they would have, because they never done this on a 15-foot tall prop like this. I think they could have made the mouth move. I think they could have made this whole head servo like they did with the 12-foot Reaper last year. Make this servo. That would have been so much better than, it would have made this way more worth, I think, the money. But this one is really big, 15 feet tall. I'm saying, seeing prices of all the other things that do not talk that much, don't do much at all, and the Earth prices, I'm gonna say this one could easily be probably $349. You know, anywhere from $349 maybe even to $379. I'm hoping it's not that much, but I'm pretty sure it probably will be at least $349, knowing the size and past products that have been similar to this kind of deal. But it's really cool. It's really cool. Now this next one is pretty cool too. So let's take a look. Now this I thought looked really cool. When I first saw him, like, that is pretty cool. Um, I really love the way this guy looks. I think he looks pretty good. And if it's not related to licensing with the horror movie version of the Leprechaun, then this guy is really cool. Do I like the eyes light up? Not necessarily. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of that. But I don't think it's too bad on this guy specifically. He looks like he's going to be maybe about 4 feet tall. There's not much more to say of this guy. He's pretty cool, you know. He's a leprechaun, you know. There's not much to say about him, but I think this guy might be. He could be also $199. I think that's pretty fair. No more than that. You know, $199, maybe $149. Is what I'm guessing, just knowing off of past prices of like, again, other stuff that I've seen, and the height of this guy and everything. I think that's pretty fair. I think $199. I'll stick with $199. I'm gonna say he's $199. So yeah. Again, we saw this. So we saw that one last year. So it's nice to see that the Fair Valley Wolves coming back. The Plague Doctor from last year, which I got. Love that one. That was one of my favorite Plague Doctors ever. So this one's a new interesting take. So let's take a look at this one.
The winds of fate whisper my name and empower me with the forces of darkness. Within these fields, the echoes of the past linger like ghosts. I command the shadows to dance. Step lightly.
So yeah, so this guy is basically the same thing like the Plague Doctor last year, because the Plague Doctor holded his hand up like this, had a staff, his head would move. Hold on, let's go back. His head would move just like this, back and forth. The only difference, and his arm would come out. The only difference is he's not twisting at the hips, moving back and forth. Because last year that model would move back and forth, twisting. Do I like this guy that much? Not, to be honest with you, not really. He's not bad. Again, I don't think I'll get this one. But he does look cool. I like this lantern. I do like this head sculpt of the, I think it's a raven, looks like. And this staff. I really love this staff. This is really cool. You could probably even, if you bought this, you could just probably get it you could just probably get the staff like an extra piece and just use that as an arm to replace the old one. Because again, they're the same type of thing. Even this, if you wanted to replace this, but it's up to you. But I just think he's not bad. And again, knowing what the Plague Doctor costed last year, I'm gonna say this one's gonna be, I think, about the same price, $149. Seems pretty fitting for this one, and a great value, great price. Again, this is still not a bad product. If you wanted something and you're looking for this type of, if this is gonna fit your type of theme, then I would say get this one, because it's not bad. If you missed out on the one last year, this is second below the Plague Doctor from last year, but this one's still pretty good. I think it's not bad. I personally wouldn't get it because I don't feel like I need something like this in my display, but if you feel like, again, this fits yours, then I would totally get this because he's not bad at all. So yeah. Next we got, we're going to this room, so let's look at this. Oh, sorry. Okay, now this was a shot that we did not see for a while, and then someone finally showed it. This is something I am excited for. This bunny right here, I love this bunny. It is so cool. I do not think this bunny was you were able to see him. I don't think, because in this video this guy didn't show a demo of him, but I even love just to look at him. Um, Again, the design of some of these things are so good just to even have as just static props. Like if they don't even move, I'm okay with that because this one to me looks so good. I love this one. Um, it would be cool to see it out of this dark area to see exactly like what it fully looks like. But I love this one. This one's really cool.
Gotcha, right? Let's see what happens here. Didn't expect that one. That toy is broken.
So this one, I believe, this one to me just seems so basic. Yeah, this one's not it. This one, people were complaining about. I was hearing some people say that, oh, we don't have clowns. We don't, we're not getting clowns this year. Well, you got your clown. That clown to me doesn't. I don't like it. It seems too gimmicky. Not that great. Um, like I don't get this. I mean, I get it, but also the audio. I don't know if this is just again just not the final product, but the audio was way behind when this guy's head went up, um, which hopefully they fix that. But it again, this isn't too bad, but it's just not for me again. If you love clowns and this is something you want, grab it. Like again, this would probably fit any circus theme or anything like that you're going for. This is something you can get if you so choose to. You want that little bit of a jump scare because you're not expecting. That's one cool thing I do like about this, that you're not expecting that head to just pop off. So that's pretty cool. So I would recommend this to someone if you're trying to have a circus or like again something like that you're going for. With that scare, a little bit of a scare factor. Get this guy. Like he's not bad. I've seen worse. Now this next one I think is something that I think a lot of people have felt like was gonna happen, and this next one makes sense, and you'll see why. So let's see this next one.
Were you born with that knife super glued onto your hand or what?
That is something we've been wanting for a while, and to finally get her, Tiffany, Chucky's wife, we knew this was gonna happen. I know. I don't know about everyone else, but I think everyone was still thinking of it too. Like, this is something we saw was gonna most likely come out this year. Since we got Chucky last year, it just made sense to also bring his wife along with him. And she looks great too. It's like spot on. It's so crazy how good they made her look. The same kind of motions like last year's Chucky, where he would move side to side, the side to side motion with the servo, and the servo eyes and mouth just looks so good. It's so on point. I love it so much. She came out so great, so great. Like look at that, amazing. But yeah, and then now people didn't like. A lot of people liked last year's Chucky. He looked great, but they thought he looked too clean. He looked too not, I guess, scary in a way or crazy. So this year they brought a whole new Chucky. So let's take a look at that.
Get off my knife!
Okay, that now my opinion, he looks cool. I do not know now. This is the perfect place to stop. I do not know if his eye closing only on one eye is something that only happens in the movie. I don't know if both eyes are supposed to be closing. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if this one again just had a malfunction or if this is how it's supposed to be. I personally would like to see both eyes closed. Again, I don't know much about. I haven't watched any of the Chucky movies, so I don't really know. But it's cool to see that they decided to take this other version of Chucky compared to the last one to make him look more like the crazy version that people know him, I guess, by. So that's pretty cool. But again, and both of these, like I would like to say, both of them I think will be the same price as last year's, which would be $199. Could go up, I do not know, but from what I know, they might be $199. could possibly go up to maybe $224.99. I don't know. I think $199 would be perfect for these two. But again, they're great. I like them both. They look really good. So that's a plus. Now this next one, if I believe, yeah, this next one is really cool. I kind of want this one. This next one's really cool. So let's take a look at the next one.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Come over here and look what I can do. Did you like that? Well, you can customize all of that and more, even recording your own dialogue. But if you don't want to be a voice actor, that's fine too. I come with pre-recorded messages. You can choose my motion, lighting, eyes, and voice.
Cool, right?
So, what are you waiting for? Take me home today.
This is something that's really cool. A lot of people have been waiting for something like this. This is something that I did not think I would see here at Home Depot. You can customize this guy completely. That to me is just mind-boggling. You can completely customize this guy. You can customize the movement of what he does, the lighting, the eyes, the sound, the audio. This guy is going to be a big hit and sell out crazily. I think this guy might end up being $299 for how much functionality is, and I think that's again a great price. I don't think that's bad. If he's $249, that would even be great, but I think he's going to be somewhere between $249 and $299. But I think it's worth it. This guy is unbelievably amazing. Yeah, there's nothing more I can say. This is, I think, a must-have. This is something that if you want like customizability, you want something you can control yourself and like program yourself. This is something that you should get. It's a must-have. It's my must-have too. So, yeah. So the next one is not my favorite, but it's still a unique idea. I'll give them that. It's something that you haven't seen before. So let's look at this next one. Next one. Okay.
Welcome, welcome. Take a seat and relax, won't ya? I promise I'll give you the closest shave of your life. Real close. Won't even feel a thing. Just a quick slice, and off it goes. If a full shave is not what you're after, I'll give that magnificent mane the world's greatest trim and smoothest neckline.
Okay, this one, he's alright. I don't know where you would use this, maybe in a Western type of movie, or not movie, Western theme. But see, this, I was going to put it here. This, I feel like he's a little bit of a reskin of the Scarecrow guy last year. The one that has like that he points his finger. I don't remember his name right now off the hand, but I had that guy too, with the top hat on from last year, and because he's kind of in this crouching position like this guy is, and like the frame's the same way, so they kind of took that, and then they like applied it to like this, and then he also had this head turning movement back and forth only. I think this guy his mouth at least moved. Again, don't make his eyes light up. The arm moving up and down is kind of not bad. He doesn't look bad. It's just I just don't know where this guy would go. Like I said, maybe just in a Western theme. But it's not bad. It's not my favorite. I think this guy would probably be worth, I think a good $149 is fair. So he might be around that. But yeah, there's not much to say about this guy. And then we have Dean coming back from last year, and behind him is a new one.
All those years stuffing your face with ham, roast pork, and bacon. Now it's my turn to carve a slice off you. Think you can outrun me, huh? The pigs couldn't, and neither will you. Time to see how you taste.
Again, this one is a complete reskin of that guy from last year. The one I was just talking about, the last one with that scarecrow dude. He did the same pointing feature, and let's see if we can get if I can show it. He had the same hold on. Go back. Right. See if they're gonna show it. Nope. See, he had this right here. He was holding something like this on the other guy too. Only difference is he's not a butcher, not like they just made a pig head sculpt and it's different clothes, and it's essentially the same thing from last year, same type of thing. It's a reskin, but it's still a cool idea. I think if you have a butcher shop, I love the way this pig's face looks. Looks creepy, weird, and just like scary, and I think like it fits. Like it looks good. Um, yeah, this guy I think again is gonna be the same price, like 149, somewhere around there. And I think that's a good fair price. Again, will I pick this one up? Probably not really, because it's not something I personally like that much. But if you want to, you can. But yeah. Next one. Okay, next one is this witch, which some people said they like. I personally don't. It seems very cheap and like gimmicky. I mean, that's just my opinion. But let's take a look. Let's see this witch. It just seems a little cheap. Now, the cool thing, it has a serval head that moves, but these eyes is what gets me. I do not like those light up eyes that she has. The eyes, the cool thing about the eyes though is you can change them to different things that you want. Kind of like we could do last year with the 12 foot skeleton. So it's kind of cool that, but I just don't. I don't know. It's not my favorite witch still. Lethal Lily to me was way better than this. Again, it's not too bad, but it's not my favorite. I do like this, her staff that she has. That's pretty cool. This broom, that is pretty cool. But again, if you want a witch, that's like if you don't have one, you didn't get Lethal Lily. But this one's a good second. Again, like I would say, this one I think would probably be also that 249 range. Just because of those LED eyes and like the way that broom looked. I don't know if it's hovering or how that is doing, but how it's doing that. But this witch is not bad. Like I said, 240, or not sorry, 240, 149, somewhere between 149 200, possibly 249. But I'm gonna say like 249 is really where I'm thinking that she might be, just knowing from past stuff. But yeah, she isn't bad. So, I mean, yeah, there's not much more to say. But this is pretty cool. Now this doesn't have no sound. This was awesome. Well, let's see if I can stop this quick. This shark is huge. This I think is I'm pretty sure it's a big blow mold shark, and it looks really tall. So I'm saying from the nose down, it's probably 6.5, 7 feet tall. This is something I really want just to have. Like I don't even think of putting in my display, but it's just so cool. Like it's like a good background piece for like a man cave or something. Like it just looks so cool. And it does light up. The eyes light up. I don't know about everything else, but the eyes do light up. And this I think is gonna probably be around 249. Knowing the size and how big it is, and I don't even know like how you break this down. I don't really see like any of the breakdown points. But it is cool. It is really huge and really cool. And again, if you're going for a subnautical theme, you know, the ocean theme, this is something that you need to get. This guy right here. This is a cool piece. So yeah, that's what I think he's gonna be. So yeah, next.
He holds our secrets tight, but I've seen a blood. The ones that lurk beneath the waves. They say there's a monster out there, bigger than any whale, teeth the size of a man's arm. Got a taste for fishermen like me.
Okay, so this is the fisherman. The fisherman, they've had a fisherman before with this side back and forth movement, which I think is pretty cool. Again, he can't move back because this guy's in the way, but he will rock back and forth. He's more like a zombie-looking guy, fisherman, and he's not bad. Again, if you missed out on that last fisherman, this is another fisherman you could get. Looks pretty cool. I've always wanted one of these fishermen. I thought they looked so cool. But yeah, I think this guy's gonna be like 149 to 179, maybe 200. I think. but somewhere in that range. I'm not 100% set on that, but I think it's gonna be somewhere in that range. It's also nice to see that we are getting a pirate ship. Hold on. It's also nice to see we're getting a pirate ship. That is really cool. They haven't had a pirate ship in a while, so it's cool that they have this new pirate ship theme. I love this mermaid on the front of it. It looks so cool. The guy moving the hand back and forth, like he's stirring the, stirring the ship. Like, that's cool. I think that's great. I think that one is gonna be, knowing the sheer size of this, right here, of the pirate ship. See this? I think this would be more. This is gonna be about a $349 item. I just know it. That is something pretty huge. So I think that's what it's gonna cost. So yeah. Now this next one is
I have been looking everywhere for you. You're next on my list. Don't be...
That's literally all he does. That's literally all this guy does. He had so much potential. I love this face sculpt, the way this guy's face looks, and the staff here. Like, it's so cool, but I do not get why about this list thing. Like, I know it's probably like, oh, the death list or whatever, but it's like, it just pops up and that's it. Like, I don't know. This one to me, that's what brings it down on a lower scale for me. I wouldn't get this just because that head sculpt, amazing. This portion, this whole part right here of the arm, that needs to go. Change something else. He would have been so much better. But I think this one will be like 149, 200 easily. But yeah, let's skip this one. Yeah, they like focus on this guy a lot. Okay, this next one, to me, is one of my favorite things that Home Depot has done. This next one is so, like, so, I mean, when I mean so professional, like, it's like on the professional, like, side of Halloween, like, you know, like, when you go to, like, this is something you would see at that Trans World attraction show, where it's like, this should be there. It's cool to see that, like, retail's bringing more aspects of the pro side into retail. That's cool. So this next one is sick. I love this one. Let's check it out. Again, this one is so sick. Knowing it moves, like, are you kidding me? This moves on a track forward and back. It's not like the one from, like, Party City and, like, Costco and all those, like, where it's just like that one that just stands still. This one moves. Like, this one moves on a track. Do you see that? Do you not see that? Look at that. Now, my only worry is how long does this work for? Like, I don't know how long that will last over time. It's still a cool sculpt, and like the whole aspect of him is just amazing. I love this one so much. This one I believe will probably be $279, possibly $300, but I think those prices are still worth it. Even if it was $325, I think still worth it. $350, kind of pushing it, but I think $300, $279 is a good price for this thing. It's amazing. I love this one so much.
Welcome. Will take a seat and relax.
All this pulling and shoving. All this pulling.
Now this one, it's alright. This one could have been better, my opinion. I don't like it that much. I thought it was gonna be better, but the eyes just set it off for me, and just it's not my favorite. We'll take a look at it, but it's not my favorite.
And shoveling will break my back. Uh-oh, looks like we got a live one. Point me to your gold or back in the ground you go.
It's a little weird. Like, I do not get the face of this guy. Like, what is that? I don't know. I don't care for that face. The jump scare on the foot, that's pretty cool. I think that's alright. It's not bad, but it's like, is that really gonna jump scare someone? You know, it's not bad. But, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. Again, this one I think will be a little more since it has this whole bottom thing. This one could be like 200 easily, I think. I think, again, a decent fair price, 200. Anything past that, I'll be like, no, it's not worth it. Because, yeah, should not be worth more than that. Now, these next ones I think are really cool. I really do like these next ones.
Back in the ground you go. I told you guys, this is the spot for the best brains.
Well, I'd rather eat rats for dinner. This one's a dud. Why not both? Rats for an appetizer and brains for the main course. Even if it is on the lower grade side. Whatever. I'm hungry. Let's eat.
This one I thought was really cool. These are really cool. This is again a reskin from last year's Tower of the 3 stack of clowns for last year. But I love these way more than those clowns last year. My favorite, like, I love this guy down here is my favorite. Something about this head sculpt and the way he looks is my favorite. Then this guy second, and then this guy's last. He's not my favorite guy, but I love this bottom one and this one. These are just cool to get on their own, even if they don't do anything. Like, just if they're just standing still, again, like a static prop, amazing. But these are cool because also these, you can take them off of each other and place them separately, and then you can still all be synchronized, which is cool. I love that they have 3 different ones that aren't all like fully attached. Like, you can take them off, kind of rearrange them on the ground different ways, or have 2 on it, maybe 1 off. Like, it's so cool. This is really cool. So knowing also last year's price of what this was, this prop is probably going to be like $199, I would say. I think that's a pretty fair deal for this, knowing what you get. And they're cool. They are so cool. But yeah, so that's one of my other favorites I want to get. Now this next one is the Bride of Frankenstein. Now, I don't know if she was not working when they were doing this, but her eyelids weren't even fully closing all the way. There's a couple of things I don't like. Her eyelids weren't fully closing. Why is her eyes lit up? Her eyes should not need to be lighting up. And just a static face. I don't understand fully why her static face. If someone can explain that to me in the comments, that'd be great. But I do not understand this static face whatsoever. Why her face is just like that. Like, can we just, like, look at this? Watch. Let's go back. Like, look at those eyes. Those eyes aren't even fully closing. Look at that. What's that? I don't know if she was broken, like I said, or what, but she's not bad. But like, I wish there was more to her, and you know, it's a disappointing. I hope that they learn and maybe get some feedback where don't put lights in the eyes. Add some more movement. Like Frank here does a lot more movement than she does. Like a lot more. We'll see here in Frank. Watch. Look at him. Mouth moves, eyes move around circles. His eyelids actually close. See, fully closed. Like, look at that. This guy's way better than her. She right now just looks like a mannequin. I don't like it. I wish she was so much different looking. But yeah. But that's pretty much it. They didn't show everything else, but that's all for. So that's gonna wrap it up there, guys. That was not all. That's not all what Home Depot has. Sometimes Home Depot still throws us surprising little twist there when they finally do announce in July. But who knows? I think there's still a lot of potential we can see. I think there is possibility, knowing that one thing I think that they're going to have is they've been having this Star Wars line, and I think we've already had Yoda, we've had Darth Vader, we had a Stormtrooper. I think it's time we could possibly see. I'm not saying we will, but it wouldn't surprise me if we don't see another duo like Darth Vader and the Stormtrooper was, which I think would be great to have is R2D2 and CP3O. Those two would be awesome to have as animatronics at Home Depot. Other than that, I do not know what other surprises they have. You know, there's a lot more that they might have. Maybe this is all it. They finally just showed everything. But who knows? So yeah, but that's going to wrap it up here, guys. Thanks for watching this video. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And tell me what you think of this year's Home Depot line and which one's your favorite. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. And until next time, peace out.